Are you struggling with morning blood sugar spikes or wondering what the best breakfast for diabetics really looks like? If you're trying to manage type 2 diabetes or reverse prediabetes, your morning routine matters more than you think. In this comprehensive video, we'll reveal the 4 best foods for a diabetic-friendly breakfast, perfect for stabilizing your blood sugar. But that's not all. We'll also explore the 3 best morning drinks that help naturally reduce glucose spikes. And to complete your healing routine, we'll unveil the 3 essential morning exercises for diabetes management. Stay until the end to discover this complete, research-based morning routine, ideal for lowering your A1C levels. Let's get started without further delay. First, vegetable scrambles represent a true nutritional powerhouse for diabetics. Quick to prepare, customizable, blood sugar friendly, and nutrient-rich when properly prepared. The key is to build your dish around high-fiber, low glycemic index vegetables like spinach, bell peppers, mushrooms, zucchini, kale, onions, or tomatoes. These vegetables contain about 5 grams of net carbs per 100 grams, have a low glycemic load, and are filled with antioxidants like vitamin C, beta-carotene, and polyphenols that help reduce inflammation and promote insulin sensitivity. Use 2 whole eggs or a mix of whole eggs and egg whites for protein. 1 egg provides about 6 grams of protein, less than 1 gram of carbs, and healthy fats. You can also substitute with tofu for a plant-based version. For more satiety, add a quarter avocado or a sprinkle of chia or hemp seeds for fiber and omega-3. For cooking, lightly sauté the vegetables in olive oil or avocado oil, both excellent for heart health. Then add your beaten eggs or tofu. If you're enjoying this video and want more tips on diabetes management, subscribe now to our channel and activate the bell to never miss any of our weekly publications on natural health. Spice it all up with turmeric, cumin, black pepper, or paprika for their anti-inflammatory effects, but go easy on salt and cheese, or use a small amount of grated Parmesan or feta. For portion size, stick to 1.5 to 2 eggs plus 1 cup of mixed vegetables to control calories and carbs. The total carb count stays around 6 to 10 grams per serving, making it a perfect breakfast without a glucose spike. Skip toast unless it's a low glycemic index bread. And if you're pairing it with fruit, opt for a small portion of berries. This meal is ideal first thing in the morning when insulin sensitivity is typically better, and it helps prevent blood sugar crashes. Use a glucometer or continuous glucose monitoring system to track your responses at 1 hour and 2 hours. Rotate vegetables for nutritional diversity. And if you're meal prepping, sauté all ingredients except the eggs. In summary, vegetable scrambles constitute one of the healthiest and easiest breakfasts for diabetics, with virtually no downsides. Second, the Greek yogurt bowl can be one of the smartest and most convenient low glycemic breakfasts, but only if you prepare it correctly. Many supermarket brands sell Greek-style yogurts that seem healthy but often contain added sugars, starches, or artificial sweeteners that can spike your blood sugar or affect gut health. Look for plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt like Faye Total, Siggi's, or Chobani Plain. The 2% versions are good choices. Each 6-ounce serving typically contains about 15 grams of protein, 5 to 7 grams of carbs, and no added sugar, with a glycemic index below 20. That's excellent for blood sugar control. A common mistake is overdoing toppings. Store-bought granolas can contain 15 to 25 grams of sugar per serving, even the so-called healthy varieties. Instead, add 1 teaspoon of chia or flax seeds, 1 to 2 tablespoons of chopped walnuts or almonds, and a small handful of organic blueberries or raspberries, about a quarter cup. These ingredients add fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants, while keeping the glycemic load low, under 10. You can also incorporate cinnamon, which may promote insulin sensitivity. The total calorie count is around 250 to 350, depending on your add-ins. Perfect for starting the day in a balanced way. American dietary guidelines suggest about 25 grams of fiber daily for women and 38 grams for men. This bowl can provide up to 20% of that intake with the right toppings. Pair it with a glass of water. The soluble fiber from chia or flax seeds absorbs water and forms a gel that slows digestion and sugar release. Regarding portions, Stick to a maximum of 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt, about 150 grams, especially if you consume other carbs later in the day. And if you're buying at Costco, Trader Joe's, or Whole Foods, look for organic options. But know that Greek yogurt is not on the dirty dozen list, so conventional versions are generally acceptable. Additional tip: if you're sensitive to dairy products or trying to manage inflammation, look for lactose-free Greek yogurt or sheep's milk yogurt, often gentler on digestion. To get even more benefits, consume it within 60 minutes after waking up, when cortisol is higher and your body handles carbs better. Or pair it with a hard-boiled egg or turkey bacon if you need more satiety and protein. Third, avocado toast may seem trendy, but for diabetics, it can either be beneficial for blood sugar or a hidden carb trap, depending on how you prepare it. First, bread is the most important element. Standard white or whole wheat bread often have high glycemic indexes, 70 to 90, and can quickly raise blood sugar. Instead, opt for low-carb, high-fiber breads like Ezekiel sprouted grain, Dave's Killer Bread Power Seed in thin slices, or even better, almond flour or flaxseed-based breads like Sola or Base Culture. These generally keep the glycemic load below 10 per slice. As for the avocado itself, that's the interesting part. A half-medium avocado contains about 12 grams of fat, mostly monounsaturated, 2 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fiber, meaning only one net carb, making it extremely blood sugar friendly. It's also rich in potassium, 485 milligrams, magnesium, and folate, and can help improve insulin sensitivity thanks to its healthy fats and polyphenols. Just avoid store-bought guacamole mixes loaded with preservatives or added sugars. To make it safe for diabetics, mash your avocado with a squeeze of lemon juice, a pinch of sea salt, and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric or chili flakes. Top it with a poached or hard-boiled egg, hemp seeds, or smoked salmon for protein balance. Want crunch? Add cucumber slices or microgreens. Avoid sweeteners or honey, they would defeat the purpose. Be careful with excessive portions. Limit yourself to one slice of bread and no more than half to 3/4 of an avocado, especially if you're watching your calories. In the United States, avocados are available year-round but are cheaper in spring or summer, about $1 to $1.50 each, or $1.25 to $2.50 per pound, depending on the store. And yes, avocado toast travels well, but to preserve nutrients, don't mash it too far in advance. Avocados oxidize quickly and their vitamin C content decreases. Choose the right time. Eat it in the morning or before carbs to cushion any glycemic load. And if you use a continuous glucose monitoring system or glucometer, check your levels at 1 hour and 2 hours after the meal to see how your body reacts, particularly to your bread choice. Alternating it with other savory breakfasts can prevent taste fatigue and nutritional deficiencies. Fourth, oatmeal is often praised as a heart-healthy breakfast, but for diabetics, it requires careful preparation to actually support blood sugar control. First, not all oats are created equal. Steel-cut oats, with a glycemic index of 52, and traditional rolled oats, with a glycemic index of 55, are the best choices due to their lower glycemic index and slower digestion time. While instant oats or pre-sweetened packets can have a glycemic index of 75 or higher and cause rapid glucose spikes. 1 cup of cooked steel-cut oats, about 150 grams, contains approximately 27 grams of total carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 14% of daily value, and 5 grams of protein with a glycemic load of around 13, which is moderate. Diabetics should aim for half a cup of dry oats, which makes about 1 cup cooked, keeping total net carbs in the range of 20 to 25 grams. What makes oatmeal special for diabetics is its beta-glucan content, which can improve insulin sensitivity by up to 20%. According to clinical studies, beta-glucan also supports gut health, reduces LDL cholesterol, and helps you feel full longer. All key factors for blood sugar regulation. Adding chia seeds, 10 grams of fiber per 2 tablespoons, ground flaxseed, 3 grams of fiber plus lignans, or hemp seeds, rich in omega-3, further increases fiber and fat content, blunting the glucose response. Toppings should be low glycemic index. A quarter cup of blueberries adds only 4 grams of carbs and provides antioxidants that fight inflammation. To transform oatmeal into a complete and safe meal for diabetics, mix in a scoop of unflavored whey or plant protein, or top with Greek yogurt or a hard-boiled egg on the side. This balances macronutrients and keeps blood sugar curves flatter because proteins delay carbohydrate digestion. Spices like cinnamon and turmeric have blood sugar lowering and anti-inflammatory properties. Cinnamon in particular has shown to reduce fasting blood glucose by 10 to 29% in some studies. Diabetics in the United States should also look for non-GMO and glyphosate-free oats, as oats have been found to contain pesticide residues due to post-harvest processing, even though they are not on the dirty dozen list. Organic oats are safer long-term. Oatmeal is preferably consumed in the morning when insulin sensitivity is naturally higher, and hydration is essential as soluble fiber absorbs water to form a gel that regulates digestion and glucose entry. Avoid sweetened oatmeal packets, oat-based granolas, and oat milk unless they are specifically low in carbs or unsweetened. Many American products labeled as healthy contain more than 20 grams of added sugars per serving. To see how oatmeal affects you personally, track your glycemic response at 1 and 2 hours after the meal with a glucometer or continuous glucose monitoring system. If you notice a spike above 140 milligrams per deciliter, adjust the portion or toppings. In summary, with the right ingredients, proper portion, and preparation, oatmeal can be a low glycemic index, high-fiber breakfast suitable for diabetics, but it must be prepared from scratch and thoughtfully paired. Now let's talk about the 3 best morning drinks for diabetics. First, a spinach smoothie can be a powerful glycemic ally for diabetics, but only if it's well prepared, especially in the United States where smoothie chains often introduce sugars that raise blood sugar. Spinach itself is extremely low in carbs. Only 3.6 grams of total carbs and 2.2 grams of fiber per 100 grams, which means net carbs are barely 1.4 grams with a glycemic index close to 0 and a glycemic load of practically 1, making it an ideal leafy green to anchor a diabetic smoothie. It also provides 46% of your daily vitamin C intake, 15% of magnesium, 16% of potassium, and antioxidants like lutein, camphorol, and quercetin, which fight oxidative stress and can help improve insulin sensitivity over time. For a balanced diabetic-friendly smoothie, combine 1 to 2 cups of fresh spinach with half a small avocado, which adds healthy fats and fiber, 1 teaspoon of chia or flax seeds for 4 to 5 grams of fiber, 1 scoop of unflavored whey or plant protein for 20 to 25 grams of protein, and a quarter cup of low glycemic index berries like blueberries or raspberries for antioxidants without sugar overload. Unsweetened almond milk or water should be your base. Avoid fruit juices, bananas, or dates, which can raise the carb count above 30 grams per serving. The goal is to keep total net carbs under 15 to 20 grams and protein above 15 grams for optimal blood sugar stability. Spinach also supports digestion. Its fiber feeds good gut bacteria and its high magnesium content helps with glucose transport. But be careful, spinach contains oxalates which, in large amounts, can interfere with calcium absorption or contribute to kidney stones in sensitive individuals. You can reduce oxalates by lightly steaming spinach before blending or by mixing raw and cooked greens. Beware of store-bought smoothie packets. They often add sugars, apple juice, or banana, even in green blends. Instead, prepare it fresh. Track your blood sugar with a glucometer or continuous glucose monitoring system at 1 and 2 hours after the meal and observe how your body reacts. With the right balance of greens, proteins, fats, and low glycemic index fruits, a spinach smoothie isn't just safe, it's a smart, energizing, and anti-inflammatory start to a diabetic's morning. Second, apple cider vinegar water is one of those morning rituals that many American diabetics appreciate, and for good reasons, but it's not magic and there are certainly key points to keep in mind. Studies show that 1 to 2 tablespoons, 15 to 30 milliliters of apple cider vinegar in water before meals can help reduce post-meal blood sugar by 20 to 34% by improving insulin sensitivity and slowing the breakdown of starches into glucose. This is particularly helpful if you eat carbs in the morning when blood sugar levels are naturally a bit more reactive. Apple cider vinegar works best when taken 10 to 20 minutes before eating, diluted in a large glass, 8 to 10 ounces of water, never pure as the acidity can erode tooth enamel and irritate the esophagus. It has virtually zero carbs, 0 calories, and a glycemic index of 0, so it won't raise blood sugar. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, which is the active compound that helps blunt glucose absorption and can increase satiety, reducing appetite and cravings. It can also support gut health by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria, especially if you use raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. Brands like Bragg are popular in the United States. That said, if you're prone to acid reflux, stomach ulcers, or have delayed gastric emptying, common in diabetic neuropathy, apple cider vinegar could worsen these symptoms. Always start with 1 teaspoon in water and monitor your body's reaction. Additionally, if you take diabetes medications like insulin or sulfonylureas, combining them with apple cider vinegar may increase your risk of hypoglycemia. It's therefore best to consult your doctor first. Some diabetics drink apple cider vinegar water before each meal, but once a day in the morning is often enough to see benefits without overdoing it. Avoid sweetening it with honey or maple syrup, which goes against the objective. If the flavor is too strong, try adding a splash of lemon juice, cinnamon, which also supports blood sugar, or steep it in warm water, not boiling, to preserve the live cultures. Store your apple cider vinegar in a cool, dark place, and always shake it before use. In summary, apple cider vinegar water is a potentially powerful blood sugar ally, low cost and low effort, but use it with caution. Monitor your medications and always dilute it. Third, lemon cucumber electrolyte water sounds super refreshing, and it actually can be a smart and blood sugar friendly morning drink for diabetics in the United States, but only if you prepare it correctly. First of all, it's naturally low in carbs and calories. About 1 to 2 grams of carbs per 8 ounces, assuming you're using fresh slices of lemon and cucumber, not juice or sweetened concentrates. The glycemic index is effectively 0, and there is no glycemic load, so it won't spike your blood sugar. Lemon provides vitamin C, about 30 to 35% of your daily value for half a lemon, a known antioxidant that can also help lower post-meal blood sugar levels by slowing carbohydrate digestion. Cucumber is hydrating, high in water, 95%, and offers small amounts of potassium and magnesium, both of which support blood pressure and insulin function, essential for diabetic heart and kidney health. Adding a pinch of sea salt or Himalayan salt transforms this into a homemade electrolyte drink, giving you sodium and trace minerals. This is particularly important if you follow low-carb or ketogenic diets that quickly flush out electrolytes. Some people add mint or basil for more flavor without sugar, or a bit of apple cider vinegar for additional insulin sensitivity support. But be careful. Pre-made detox waters often contain hidden sugars or juices, so always prepare it fresh at home. Additionally, diabetics with kidney issues should avoid overdoing potassium or sodium. So, moderation and awareness of your laboratory values are essential. Drink it first thing in the morning to help rehydrate after sleep, or sip it throughout the day to curb appetite and improve fluid balance. It's an excellent alternative to sugary sports drinks, sodas, or even fruit juices. For best effect, let it infuse overnight in the refrigerator for more flavor and avoid adding sweeteners like honey or agave. Final tip: if you track your glucose with a glucometer or continuous glucose monitoring system, check your numbers at 1 and 2 hours after the meal. You'll likely see no spike at all, making this one of the safest and easiest drinks for diabetics to enjoy daily. Now, let's talk about the 3 best morning exercises for diabetics, specially adapted for people with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes and taking into account common diabetic complications like neuropathy, joint stiffness, heart risks, and blood sugar variability. First, brisk walking is one of the safest and most effective exercises for diabetics, especially in the morning when blood sugar tends to rise due to the dawn phenomenon. Brisk walking helps lower fasting blood glucose and improves insulin sensitivity. Studies have shown that moderate-paced walking for 30 minutes can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 29 to 33%, and doing it regularly can lower your A1C by 0.6 to 1% over 3 to 6 months. It's also gentle on the joints, which is important for diabetics suffering from arthritis or peripheral neuropathy. Wear cushioned and supportive shoes to protect your feet and prevent ulcers. And check for blisters or hot spots afterward. Foot care is essential. Walk on flat, even surfaces to reduce fall risk, especially if balance is affected. For those with heart issues, walking is a heart-safe aerobic choice that also improves circulation. Second, low-impact strength training builds muscle, which helps your body use glucose more efficiently. More muscle equals more glucose storage. Research shows that strength training 2 to 3 times per week can reduce A1C levels by up to 1.0%, increase insulin sensitivity by more than 40%, and reduce visceral fat, the most dangerous type for diabetics. A simple bodyweight routine could include wall push-ups, sit-to-stands from a chair, standing leg lifts, and light resistance band exercises. This is ideal if you're overweight, have joint problems, or can't do high-impact workouts. It also supports bone health, vital for diabetics prone to osteoporosis. Start with one set of 10 to 12 repetitions and gradually increase. Never skip warm-up and stretch afterward to reduce soreness. Third, gentle yoga or seated stretching. Yoga and deep stretching exercises have proven benefits for blood sugar control, stress reduction, and inflammation. Stress and cortisol spikes can increase blood sugar, especially in the morning, and yoga lowers these stress hormones. Postures like cat-cow, child's pose, seated twists, or even chair yoga are excellent for diabetics with mobility or balance issues. A 12-week study showed that daily yoga reduced fasting blood glucose by 16% and significantly improved insulin resistance. Yoga also promotes better sleep and reduces cravings. If you suffer from diabetic neuropathy, yoga improves blood flow to the nerves, potentially relieving tingling or numbness. Just avoid advanced inversion postures or those requiring deep pressure on the feet. Additional notes for diabetics. Always check your blood sugar before and after exercise, especially if you take insulin or sulfonylureas. If it's below 90 mg per deciliter, eat a small snack first. Keep water nearby. Dehydration worsens blood sugar control. If you experience dizziness, chest pain, or blurry vision, stop and check your levels. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even 10 to 15 minutes every day is better than nothing. Morning exercise helps avoid afternoon fatigue and reduces insulin resistance for hours afterward. Wear a medical alert badge and let someone know if you're exercising alone outdoors. If neuropathy is present, focus on seated or chair-based exercises to reduce foot pressure. By starting your day with movement, you give your body a natural boost to burn glucose and establish a healthier rhythm for the rest of the day. Whether it's a morning walk in your neighborhood, some light dumbbell movements in your living room, or chair yoga with breathing, your body will thank you with better diabetes management throughout the day. In summary, we've covered the 4 best foods for a diabetic-friendly breakfast: vegetable scrambles, Greek yogurt bowl, avocado toast, and properly prepared oatmeal. We've also explored 3 powerful morning drinks: spinach smoothie, apple cider vinegar water, and lemon cucumber electrolyte water. And finally, we've shared 3 essential morning exercises: brisk walking, low-impact strength training, and gentle yoga. This complete morning routine can truly transform your diabetes management and help you naturally reduce your A1C level over time. Remember that every small change counts and consistency is the key to success. Start by incorporating one element at a time into your routine and observe how your body reacts. Use your glucometer or continuous glucose monitoring system to track your progress and adjust according to your personal needs. We hope this video has provided you with valuable and practical information to improve your daily well-being. If it has been helpful to you, feel free to share it with someone who might benefit from it. And most importantly, remember that you have the power to take control of your health, one morning at a time. Thank you for watching until the end and see you soon for more tips on natural diabetes management.